In mid-2020, Bayer initiated a series of trials in production nursery situations to demonstrate the effectiveness of Specticle herbicide as a pre-emergent weed control tool for bare ground areas. The trials aim to quantify the level and length of weed control compared to the current industry practice. Aaron Kasher caught up with Mark Handy, Research Development Manager at Greenstock, located at Alimba, north of Caboolture.
So Greenstock Nurseries, we moved this site in 2016. So we've been here for about 5 years now. So we set up around about 93 acres of propagation all the way up to ex-ground plants. Greenstock Nurseries have been in the market for about 30 to 40 years now. My parents started it and started growing plants for the landscape industry. And now we've moved into Bunnings as well now in the last 4 or 5 years. And that's really boosting the business now as well. So yeah, we do big range of products, around about 500 to 1,000 species we've got down. So we do landscape jobs and big projects. We sell all over Australia. So we've even supplied plants to Singapore and the big tropical gardens over there.
What kind of weeds do you generally battle with here?
So we're mostly flickweed, the euphorbia, thistles, and usually crow's foot or grasses. But there's like a sedgy grass as well that's really hard to kill.
Aaron asked Mark what a normal program would entail.
In a normal program, so what we'll do is usually assess the area and go, okay, so we need to spray the area, and we'll look at the chemicals, how bad the infestation is. So then we'll go, okay, well, we need to not, if they're only just sowing the seed or anything like that. If they're only just sowing to seed, we might use a basta to knock it down a bit faster in summer. If they're quite advanced, or we'll use like a Roundup or something like that.
Something like fleabane that's quite difficult to control.
Yep.
You had to do some different kind of things that weren't actually chemical control.
So with fleabane, we keep our pH quite low on our water to try and combat it with Roundup. But sometimes that doesn't always work, so we use Basta instead. Knockdown, probably every two months to 3. So we'll use a knockdown.
And how long does it take to cover the whole property in that kind of process?
It'd take probably 3 weeks to cover it because there's all the aisles, and this takes time to get down your aisles, and it's a lot of travelling time. There's this little tow behind. We have a boom on the back, plus we have a little fan spray for the front to just do the aisles, plus a hand wand just in case if we need to hit something that's a little bit further out.
So Mark, so this is an area where you trialled Specticle.
Yep.
So can you detail to us when you sprayed that out and how you've been looking at it since?
We sprayed it late June. I did a 2 application, wasn't a bit worried about mixing the 2 chemicals together. So I did a slasher knockdown, and then a week later I sprayed Specticle out over the bays, and so that was the process I did for the spraying. And then we had a review at September, and there was completely clear of weeds. And we haven't sprayed anything then. And then we had another review in January, and still completely clean of weeds. So it's done a really great job. So I'm quite impressed with it.
Specticle is compatible to mix with Roundup, Basta and organic products such as Slasher and Local Safe.
How do you see Specticle fitting in your program, so moving forward?
I'm thinking around about every 6 months. Depends on the weed infestation, that whether we apply it just as it is or we mix another herbicide with it. But getting something that lasts even longer is going to help us benefit so much more. Knowing that it can mix with these other chemicals that I use all the time, that it's going to save heaps more time for me just to do it in one application instead of taking twice as long. So yeah.
The effectiveness of Specticle against both grass and broadleaf weeds, with up to 8 months long residual control, can assist nursery managers to reduce the number of herbicide applications being made throughout the year, reduce the associated labour cost, and help to reduce the weed seed bank in the nursery.